Update: my Tinder date turned out to be my childhood nemesis. Honestly, this update came sooner than I'd have wanted since everything didn't go as planned. I'm gonna try explain in as much detail as I can. Original plan: the original plan was to get a similar balloon as some of you suggested. Thing is, that balloon was slightly complicated. It was one of those heart-shaped ones and had multiple colored dots, so it was going to take a bit of time to find one. I also managed to find my old photos during my time in hospital from my mom's album. Generally, I was going to stick the photo to my forehead, have the identical balloon with me and wear something identical to those hospital gowns, call her over and let her get dumbfounded by what's going on, and then clutch onto my balloon for dear life, and say this time she can't take my balloon, then have a figure it all out by herself. Okay, maybe not the gown thing, cause I can imagine it being really weird from her perspective, but you get the point. To make it reminiscent of that time she stole my balloon. Reaction: Veiled. Those plans ended when I got a call from her telling me I wouldn't believe a post she saw online from a Reddit post. And then proceeded to explain my whole post to me, and at this point my heart was racing. She asked if it was me, but I denied like my life depended on it, like I didn't even know what Reddit was, and said she was trying to mess with me. Even after she told me to search it, I still said I didn't see it and used that moment to ask her to come over to prove it. And then later, she did show up and immediately had her phone to my face laughing and saying there was no way this wasn't me because of the timing and details. I still denied it. Eventually, when we were sitting down listening to the post together, I said it's so crazy, and she asked me one last time to reaffirm to her that it wasn't me, and I told her no, it wasn't. The confusion she had was funny because I could tell she was trying to wrap her brain around this, and I was like, it's so crazy that these things happen. Then slowly started mentioning the accurate details, like along the lines of, it's so crazy that you'd meet the person who stole your heart-shaped spotted balloon as a kid on a busy hallway, and then not tell her it was you. And instead make a whole Reddit post because you planned to surprise her, but the post landed on other apps and she caught wind of it, and you're still denying whilst literally sitting next to her. And midway between that, she was already gasping and going bright red. I legit couldn't contain my laughter, and she was pacing up and down saying there was no way this was happening, and I said it was me and that it was about time she gave me my balloon back. I even went to fetch that album and showed her my pictures during my hospital stay, and she immediately started apologizing. I told her I was over it and the post was over-exaggerated for clicks, but she said she still wanted to apologize anyway, and I also apologized not saying it then because I didn't think she would have. Believe me, and she said she definitely wouldn't have. We talked a bit more and she promised to buy me a balloon. Her mom would also like to see me, so that's probably the last thing you'll get out of me. Thanks for listening to my story.